What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chichi Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Hey guys, I did it. I divorced my husband. Stay-at-home mom divorces her husband, and the internet celebrates. And of course, when I say the internet celebrates, I'm talking about other divorced women online. No more wasting time. Let's check it out.
I am at work on break, but I figured I could quickly answer this question. And this person is referring to, how did I leave my husband as a stay-at-home mom with negative $150 in my bank account and no job?
Okay.
That is something you can't even think about. What he did, there was no part of me that could have let him keep living there and keep doing what he was doing. I found things out Saturday night. He was sleeping in my daughter's room with my kids. I called my mom. It was 11 o'clock at night. I told her everything. She said, whatever you do, do not go in there and wake him up. So I didn't. I put on my affirmation and I laid in bed. I literally slept maybe 2 hours. He was leaving for work at 8 in the morning. I called my grandma. She got my kids. He left. I packed up all his stuff. My mom came over, brought it to him. I drove to my other grandparents' house, and thankfully they bought me groceries for that week and filled my gas tank up so I could bring my daughter to school. Sunday, I went online. The same day, I went online and applied for food assistance, and by Monday, I had $700 given to me for food from the state. I also applied to a job Monday, had the job by Tuesday. I had nothing to lose, so I was very upfront, this is when I can work. I filed taxes because I worked that summer. I filed taxes, so I was able to catch up on my bills once my taxes came in. But it was just getting straight to work that week. I had a doctor's appointment to get tested for everything. I had a meeting with legal aid. I was working with my bank. I actually was gifted quarters during the holidays from this older guy who always just gives me his change. And I had enough to help get me.
Older guy gave her a bunch of quarters. Sim's ready to save the day.
My bank account to zero because it was, I'm not kidding when I say it was negative. I don't know. It's super scary and just something you really can't think about. When I looked back at it a few weeks later, I was like, holy crap. How did I think that I was going to be okay? How did I think that I was?
What did he do? That's all I'm thinking right now. What did he do? Because the way she's making the sound, I'm curious.
Going to make it. Everything just was falling into place so perfectly. I kept going. I had no other choice, and it's truly been one of the best things that has ever happened, despite how hard it's been. You can't sit there and go back and forth with yourself because you'll do it all day. That's a scary situation, and nobody wants to be placed into that.
Guys, I'm sorry. I know there's some of you who hate when I pause it all the time. I kind of hate when I pause it all the time, but I have to say this. I have to say it. Almost every woman who gets a divorce talks about how divorce is one of the best things, if not the best thing that's ever happened to that person. Be careful, man. Be careful out here, especially to you guys who, like myself, still value having two-parent households and plan to have that in your future. You got to listen to the way these women talk, man. And then they're surprised why people don't want to get married. But hey, we don't know what the guy did yet. And it sounds very, very, very bad from the way she's presenting it. Let's keep listening. Hopefully she shares that.
You just have to take the jump and do what you can. I literally took it moment by moment. I had no idea what the next moment was going to bring or what was going to happen. But I'm finally to a place where my nervous system is calming down and I feel good. And I can look back and be like, damn, I really did that.
Okay. So she's proud of herself there for stabilizing her life. And, I'm happy not for her, but for the children at the end of the day, because I know there are kids involved in this situation, because she said there were kids involved in this situation. Now, I was curious when I first heard this and thinking to myself, well, what exactly happened that led to this divorce and her initiating the divorce? And I thought I would get some answers from the comment section. So let's go to the comment section and see what the people have to say. Of course, guys, I'm always curious to get your immediate reaction to stories like this. So comment down below. First comment here reads, I would have sold everything he owns while he was at work. Of course, you can expect the bitter divorced women to chime in. They love these stories. Misery loves company. Welcome, right? The younger, the better. Another comment here reads, how did you get rent paid That's my main concern. Sounds like a woman here who's hesitant on the fence of leaving her husband, and the only thing she's worried about is how am I going to pay my rent, because she's also a stay-at-home mom. Hey guys, real quick announcement. If you'd like to become an official barista of the Coffee Pod, an official barista of the Coffee Pod, if you truly drink coffee.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Whether literally or just metaphorically here on the channel, you can now become an official barista of the channel. How can you do that? Well, you can do that by becoming a member. I've got the link pinned to the top of the comment section down below, and you get a couple really great perks with this. First one is, you guys know how I usually read the comments. Well, I'll prioritize reading members only comments along with the other comments I usually read. Not only do you get the perks of showing up, you may be wondering, well, how will people know? Because I have these emojis that you will find nowhere else. So these coffee emojis, they come in different colors that you'll be able to use next to your name to alert people that you are a channel member. Don't wait, hit that link, become a channel member today. Guys, you want to be careful with these stay-at-home situations. I personally, and you got to make this decision yourself if you can afford it, but I personally wouldn't even want my woman to just be at home by herself, because what do? TikTok. And what's happening on TikTok with stay-at-home moms? They are convincing each other, like this chick, to leave their husbands. Another comment here says, what did he do? With a question mark. And I'm sure a lot of people want to know. Here's another comment that reads, you did it by your mom and grandparents. What if you had no family? You had it too easy with your family. Duh. ... Okay. Another comment here says, when it's time to leave, I swear the universe will put things in line to make it work. If you take that leap, the universe will open up. Of course, you guys know. Here's another comment that says, something that Prime need to remind themselves is that when you're on your path, the universe finds a way. Wow. What an enlightening message from Jenny. And the creator responded back and said 1,000%. The universe is leading these women to divorce. So what's the benefit of the universe for the men in these situations? Here's another comment that says, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of job were you able to get since you were a stay-at-home mom? Did legal aid take your case? With a question mark. Hope you don't mind me asking. And she responded and says, I just work retail. Literally the first job I applied to hired me. And yes, legal aid did take my case. Another comment here from another woman says, don't think, in quotation marks, everything fell in place perfectly. I think you found a solution to the problems you faced, she says. Step by step, all on you. No, Brie, it was the universe. Another commenter here says, everything I wish I was strong enough to do. Another chick here who's waiting for the strength to leave her husband. And the creator responded back, encouraging her and says, you see it in me because it's in you. You are strong enough. Sending love. Leave. Fast, not slow. Here's another comment from another person that reads, heartbreaking, you're so young. With sad emojis. And the creator responded and says, depending on how you want to look at it, I feel blessed for my experience, all that I learned, and for being so young. Just a few more comments here. Another person here says, you're very lucky that you were able to get the help you needed. It was like everything literally fell in your lap. And another person here says, good for you. You did it with class. I don't know what he did, but I'm happy for you truly. Now, that comment right there was everywhere. I didn't want to read it a bunch of times, but a bunch of people were wondering what exactly happened. What did he do? What did he do? Because let's just be honest, the way that she made this story sound, it sounded like there was some stuff going on with the children, which is horrible, right? So I go over and I'm looking for a video just to get more clarification. Of course, she had to answer this question because people wouldn't stop asking what happened. And here came the response. Get your coffees ready. Let's get it.
I am going to quickly share what happened because there are some wild accusations being made and I don't want that. And I'm going to give the whole story so there's no room for questions, or at least as little room for questions as there is right now. When he came back in November, he had a lot of debt occurred from going on his own and living in the apartment And he said that he's going to work 2 jobs to try to get us ahead. And he had this whole plan. So he worked his 40-hour week, and then he was also door dashing after work and on the weekends. So he worked from 5 to 3, and then like 3 to 8 or 9, and then all day Saturday and Sunday. And we never seen him, which was fine, but it got to a point where I was like, we need to focus on us and work on our relationship. In December, more arguments started happening, and by January, I had a really bad feeling in my chest, like a tightness I couldn't shake. I had really bad anxiety. I felt like I was losing my mind, and the best way that I could describe it to people was that I was in physical and mental agony. So fast forward to March. The very beginning of March, I was sitting in meditation on Thursday, and I said to myself, and I wrote even in my journal, I have proof of it, I said, I asked the universe to show me what I needed to see and to put me on the right path. That Friday morning, he texted me and said that he was going to go out for a coworker's going away party.
Guys, make sure you stay away from women who take instruction from the universe on the fate of your relationship with that woman. Stay far away. Stay far away. I would rather people find any concrete religion that actually has tangible ways of handling situations than asking the universe to lead the way. I'm sorry. Laughable, if you ask me. Let's keep listening.
He wasn't going to be home. I was a little stressed, and I invited my mom over to hang out. My mom and my little brother came over, and my kids and little brother were watching a movie. I was about to get in the shower, and I asked my mom if she thinks he's cheating on me, because I was just feeling really insecure. I was like, I know I'm insecure. What is it with me that I need to heal and work on? Like, I didn't know what was wrong with me. So we talked about it, and she's like, there's just no way, he's not that type of person. And I was like, you're right. Like, I'm just being extremely insecure. Well, Saturday, he didn't work DoorDash all day. He ended up coming home at like 4 o'clock because he felt sick. He had a really bad headache. He was out late. I think he drank too much. I was in like a bad mood. I needed to get out. I needed a break. So I went and grabbed food and went to my mom's house, and I was there till 9. My kids were watching a movie in their room, in Ellie's room that night, and he fell asleep on her bed. The air mattress was blown up for my brother coming over the day before. Everyone was asleep, and I didn't want to wake him up, but I went out to his car and got his Apple Watch, and that's when I found out he's been cheating on me with a coworker, getting hotel rooms, paying for everything. His Apple Pay was connected to her phone. Like, we were in so much debt because of it. He was taking days off of his 9 to 5 to hang out with her, and he wouldn't even do that for me when I was in labor. Like, it's crazy. It's a lot to unpack, but he never hurt my kids, just me. The only thing that they witnessed is the way he spoke to me.
I'm about to upset a lot of people here with my response to this video, but the fact that this woman got online and shared a story that, whether it was by mistake or not, that made her husband look like he did something to those kids that was bad, makes me question who in this situation is the actual problem, right? It leads me to believe that you're not smart enough to know how to present your husband the right way, and probably don't know how to deal with him the right way. I mean, not to mention, here you are on the Coffee Pod, and people who know you now know about your relationship, and they may be speculating about the type of man that your ex-husband is, and he's not going anywhere. He's now still the father of your children. And today's Father's Day, man. So I'm going hard. No, cheating is not acceptable, but but you being on TikTok, you getting online, you publicizing yourself and your relationship and putting your husband on blast like this might lead him to cheat. Yes, it might lead him to cheat. And I don't blame men sometimes who are in this situation. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. Here you guys have all the 3 red flags. Speaks to the universe, takes instructions, goes on social media, and opens up about personal issues, because if she was doing it now, trust me, this was an issue before that could lead the man, because here's the thing. When a woman cheats, it's always, well, why did she do that? Let's dissect. Why did she do that? But when men cheat, it's like you are just the devil. If you want a man to not cheat on you, then you gotta avoid taking instructions from the universe, getting online and opening up to other people about your own personal relationships and struggles. On top of that, man, having a stay-at-home mom is a tricky situation. Are there women who get into a position where they are a stay-at-home mom and they don't convince themselves that they're in hell? Yeah, it happens, but the far majority, they are unappreciative about what that man is doing, working 2 jobs. Imagine, right? Working 2 jobs, taking care of a wife who spends her time on TikTok, deceiving people into thinking you're a monster. Oh, he cheated. Okay. Well, at least he wasn't doing the other thing, because the other thing was crazy, right? As always, we're going to check out some of these comments to see what the people had to say. First comment here reads, the universe gave you the sign you asked for. She responded and says, no kidding. I am beyond grateful, though. Never a good time to find that stuff out. The sooner, the better. Controversial opinion as always, man. You find your woman who's willing, if you're willing, to work through infidelity. Oh, Chisha, stop. I said it. I said that shit. Oh, man, they're mad. Another comment here says, words hurt and affect as well. In response to that, some of the comments, so she responded and says, some of the comments were referring to Essay, right? They were. That's what I meant by he didn't hurt them, because he most definitely has. Oh shit. Okay, I missed what was going on here. So this person heard this video, the second video, and is like, words hurt. Just because it was an essay, just because he didn't, touch them, doesn't mean he didn't hurt them. Guys, they want this man's image marred, and he's not going to get online and share his side of the story. That's what the coffee pot is for. He's another guy who actually chimed in and says, I'll never get that 3 minutes back. And she responded and says, you could have scrolled past at any point. I do not feel bad for you wasting your own 3 minutes. Use time more wisely, I guess. He responded back and said, I couldn't. I kept getting drugged into thinking something juicy was coming. And she responded and says, so sorry my husband cheating on me wasn't juicy enough for you. Yeah, we need something more exciting than that. Another comment here says, why were his watch... I'm sorry, man. It's Father's Day, man. I feel a little bit more ruthless. Somebody else says, why was his watch in the car? Was he sleeping? Why did you go get it? She responded and says, had a bad feeling. Glad I did. Here's another comment that says, I'm so glad he didn't hurt your kids, because that's the impression I got from the video. Yeah, we all got that. She responded and says, I'm so sorry it came across that way. I was just trying to explain everything in 3 minutes or less, but the kids are good. Go apologize to your ex-husband, not to strangers. Here's another comment that says, he never hurt my kids, just me. Listen to how crazy these commenters are. The first part of being a good father is being a good husband. He hurt your kids by tearing down the family. Stop trying to convince your kids that your husband's a bad father. Next comment here says, coworker probably doesn't talk about stupid crap like manifest. Oh, shout out to this guy. And the universe, or trauma, and other therapist-induced nonsense. And she responded and says, okay, Jim, and I hope she doesn't, LOL. Here's another comment that says, mentally and financially abusive, check. She responded and says, laughing emojis, this was funny. So she thinks this is hilarious. Another comment here says, you mean he never physically hurt your kids? Just to clarify, because he hurt your kids. Jesus. Here's another comment that says, baby, those Apple Watches will tell all. Another comment says, take the sign and separate. He won't change and your relationship's done. Take it from one who was in your place. Stay strong. Another comment here says, a woman's intuition is never wrong, exclamation marks. I'm so proud of you for leaving. And I don't even know you. Another comment says, you're very beautiful and you seem to be going the right way. But is she? Is she? Another comment says, you mean he never physically hurt your kids? Just to clarify, because he hurt your kids. She responds and says, well, someone assumed essay, which is not what happened at all, but you are right, he did. Guys, you guys see the brainwashing? You guys see why they love the online communities of divorced people? Because it's like, convince them over and over again, he's a monster, he hurt your kids. Don't forgive him. Don't think that you were wrong for what you did. You're right. Make that man suffer. Listen, man, as always, I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.